So the artist way is officially over, and it took me a while to digest properly this last week. By the way, we have some white noises in the background. Please don't pay attention to it, just ignore it. The ones who have started this journey and went through the same recovery thing, this whole process, probably know that if you have started this process, this journey, while not being exactly at your best, while not being exactly transparent about who you are as a person, and both as a person and as an artist, you will find yourself fighting for your life, literally. In those 12 weeks, you start to, dive into all those interests and part of yourself that you either didn't know you had or that you actually tried to delete. And the fact that you might actually discover something that you really enjoy, something that you feel you could actually make something out of it, it pushes you off balance in a way. The whole process makes you questioning your path, all the choices you made till that moment. And of course, it's not that easy. It can totally trigger some of your deepest and biggest fear, biggest insecurity along the way, and you don't have any other option than to face it. Once it's done, once you get to the end of the book, once all the 12 weeks are wrapped up, the feeling you're left with is exactly the same as when you were a kid with your parents dropping you off at your first day of school. You are on your own. You are expected to keep moving and go further on your own. During those 12 weeks, you are kind of parented in a way, and once it's done, once you get to the end of the book, it starts to face the fact that you don't have a next chapter to tell you what to do, that you don't have any prompt guiding you. It was absolutely worth it, absolutely. Because of it, I've started a couple of projects that it's not that I thought I couldn't do it, but I always thought that those things kind of fell, out of my scope of interest. But now I'm finding myself doing those things, and I'm grateful for it. But it's hard. It's hard, especially for the fact that during this journey you will see and learn firsthand that other tests will pop out for you, other tests that will try your dedication and your love for what you have in mind for your goal. You will face a lot of uncomfortable situations, and they will fall right after making some big decision or some big steps towards your goal. And just to try you how much you want that thing. And those situations will feel like standing at a crossroad. One of those paths is the safer one, the one that's more comfortable for you, but choosing it equals to betray yourself in a way. The other one will feel like walking through hell, especially at first, but it's what you need. So those crossroads, you will find a lot of crossroads on your path, and you need to be able to make the right decision for yourself. You need to be able to choose for yourself and not for others. And during those decision times, there will be people who will throw wet blankets at you just to put your fire out, you know, just to make you resonate, just to make yourself be more realistic. And in those moments, what you need to have is a strong and stable sense of self. That's all you need to have. It's very easy to, you know, set for the comfortable, and what's, you know, easier to handle in general, especially when you have seen firsthand how hard it is to make a living out of some interest or passion when they are daughters of the art fields. And this threat is always, you know, behind you, is always picking on you, waiting for the right moment to, you know, to ask you, are you really sure you want to do this? Are you really sure you're able to handle whatever comes with it? And you need to be able to say yes. An artist, in order to thrive and to make it and not lose themselves in the process, needs to have a really strong sense of faith and trust in themselves. It's a game changer, because sometimes you find yourself surrounded by people who don't exactly support you, or I don't know, simply don't share the same interest or vision on things as you. And in those occasions, you need to be so firm and rooted in yourself that whatever is happening around you on the outside doesn't shake you. I also know that 90% of times is always easier, you know, said than done. Having parents or husbands, wives, partner who don't support you, who almost go against your own decision and choices is never really something easy to deal with. So the most important thing I would say that it's really to work on building a strong sense of self. No, so firm, so stable that really, even if they disagree, it doesn't matter. You couldn't, you know, non te ne potrebbe fregare di meno, cioè tutto blocco. A sense of self so strong and so firm that even if they disagree with you, you know you're gonna be fine. You know it's gonna be okay. And this is also, you know, related to your ability to create and have a version of yourself so clear in your mind that you're actually able to trust yourself with the process, you know. I would say actually that having a clear version of yourself, having a clear idea of who you want to be, of just who you are as a person and where you want to be, is the starting base where you can build upon. And the trust and faith in yourself are just consequences of this clarity. When you lack clarity, it's very likely that people will end up choosing for yourself. I'm not exactly the right person to, you know, give advices on how to reach this clarity, because me myself, I'm still in the process of trying to build this clarity for me. But because I lack clarity, I know that that's probably the only thing that it's holding me back. This whole journey, like I said, it's confusing. You will find yourself facing and finding so many different versions of yourself that the mere act of pick and choose, it's extremely painful. At least for me, it's insane. With time though, it sort of gets better, because you come to realize that between those whole versions of yourself, there are few that need to go. There are all these versions of yourself that don't work properly anymore, that don't serve you properly anymore, and letting them go, it's healthier and safer than holding onto them. If it sounds bad, if it sounds uncomfortable, it's because it is. Of course, it's normal, it's human to experience and go through those moments of confusion and uncertainty, but even in those moments, you need to be able to choose for yourself. The most important thing to keep in mind, and on which Julia spent a couple of pages, to make sure we got the memo, is that the journey doesn't end with the book. Non finisce con le 12 settimane, purtroppo. It's something that requires constant action. It's something that you need to constantly work on. Because, getting better doesn't really happen overnight. That clarity that you need doesn't find you overnight. And even when, something will happen and something will change, even when you will achieve your goals and achieve things, you will find yourself wanting other things, and you can't really stop in the middle of the road, like that. I truly enjoyed the process, I truly enjoyed the book, and I totally 100% recommend it to whoever wants to improve their situation, to whoever wants to figure things out. Certain chapters will probably, sound a bit woohoo, especially for the ones who are not really into spirituality, because there are a lot of topics related to this field. But if you are able to get past that side of the book, it's really helpful. It really it is. So I guess we have to see what will happen from here.